Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the Rockstarflipper YouTube channel. October 21st, 2018, and I must have gotten 2 or 3 dozen emails regarding the U.S.'s threatened withdrawal from the United Postal Treaty, which is a huge story. Everyone wanting to know what it was, what it means, what could it mean. And this isn't a Democrat or Republican or a Trump versus the world type decision. This is America standing up for basically what is right for us, for our country, putting America first. This is Trump, his doing and his pushing was great on that. But this is Democrats and Republicans agreeing on something for once in a million years. But a long time ago, early, mid-1800s, we're talking almost 150 years ago, there was a postal treaty signed, and obviously anything that's 150 years old is probably very antiquated and out of date. And that treaty allowed countries like China, India, and all the other poor countries to ship into the United States for cheap. So if you've ever seen somebody from China, and I'm looking for something here, ship in something like this that costs us $2.92 first class, they mail this to our country for like 25 cents. That's how they're able to do it. That treaty allowed them to ship things at like set prices that did not go up over 150 years. Hello? So it's not fair, and that has to be changed. All of the large news publications, the New York Times, CNN, MSNBC, CNBC, doesn't matter which one you watch, they're all reporting it. This hasn't happened yet. It's a threat for it to happen in 2019, that we're going to withdraw from that treaty and stop allowing those countries to ship into our country for those dirt cheap prices. Now, the alternative is that we increase the prices on them, which is a great thing. It's going to help. My only issue, and I'll talk about it later in the video, is that I think if somebody here in the US has to pay $2.92 to mail this, and China's shipping it into our country for like 25 cents, even if you increase this to 50 or 60 or 70 cents, it's still not really going to bring things up to even level par playing field. It's going to help, and it's going to cost them more money, but unless that change causes them to not be able to ship in at all, which allows us to have all the customers. So when you go on eBay, you can't find this for 99 cents free shipping anymore. These people aren't able to do that. They have to start charging, $1, $2 shipping. That's still not going to offset what we have to charge, which is $8 or $10 just to make a couple dollars on this. So we'll have to wait and see how that happens. We'll have to wait and see if this even amounts to anything or changes anything. I sort of see it as a step in the right direction, but that it may not have any direct or immediate effect on this. So we'll keep an eye on it. In the meantime, I'm going to show you the story, and then you guys can use the comment section below to tell me what you think. So let's go over to my computer and check it out. All right, so a lot of people have been waiting for this video. Donald Trump decides to threaten. Now, we haven't actually removed ourselves, but planning to withdraw from a 144-year-old postal treaty that allowed Chinese companies and other companies from other countries to ship packages to the United States at a steeply discounted rate, basically undercutting American companies and flooding the market with cheap consumer goods. So a lot of people always ask, how are companies from countries like China and India able to ship into our country so cheap? If you've ever ordered something off eBay, say like a little USB cable for your iPhone, and you see it on eBay for like 99 cents free shipping, I get this message and this comment over and over again. How can they do it so cheap? Well, sometimes people are just buying feedback, but other times it's Chinese companies who are able to ship that particular cable from China to Texas for 31 cents. So how are they able to do it? Well, way back in the day, and really way back, 144 years ago, 1700s, basically, 1800s, it's been going on since, way before any of these guys even existed. There was a postal treaty that was made in order to allow developing countries that were really poor and didn't have an opportunity to sell to us to do it. And the problem is, over the last 140, 150 years, those countries have improved. China is one of the biggest economies in the world right now, if not the biggest. And it no longer requires that they need these special privileges, and things haven't, the laws haven't changed with the times. And so it's called the Universal Postal Union Treaty. They call it the UPU, and it was drafted in 1874. It sets fees and national postal services to charge to deliver mail in small parcels. So I believe, and somebody can correct me if this is wrong, it's small parcels up to 4.4 pounds. So you'll never see like big, bulky, heavy items getting those same discounts. But items like cell phone chargers and small, little, tiny, under 4.4 pounds, which is why you always see all those little small accessories and electronics items being shipped in so cheap. So Trump says that it's wrong, and we agree. And I agree, and most of the people agree. And this would essentially, put a bigger charge on up to like $250 billion worth of product, and it would help American sellers. Now, here's kind of my complaint with this is that let's say that somebody from China is able to ship a USB cable into America for 30 cents. Well, that's ridiculous because it costs us $2.90 or whatever. They're going to up that cost, and let's say they do up it to 60 cents. Even if they double it to 60 cents. It's still not going to make it fair to what we have to pay just to ship it from Texas to Georgia is $2.92. They're shipping from China to Georgia for 60 cents or 90 cents, or even if it's $1, it may stop them from being able to sell altogether because they can't afford to do it unless it's X price. But I really don't think it's going to hurt their competition with us. It's going to hurt their profit. It's going to cause the U.S. to make more money, the post office, but I don't think it's going to catch up those discounted sellers to us. And so that's kind of my downside to that. If McDonald's sells a burger for $1 and every other burger place is $10, and all of a sudden McDonald's is forced to charge $2 for their burgers, people are still going to go to McDonald's because it's cheaper if they want the cheapest burger. Even though it's costing McDonald's money, they're still not going to be more expensive than all the other places. And in this case, kind of the same thing's happening. So maybe there's a part of this that I'm missing. I know there's a whole lot more in-depth information about it. The weight restrictions and certain countries being added, removed, adjusted, etc. But it is a step in the right direction. So this is also something, let's not have political comments as always. This is something that is not Trump. It is not Democrat, Republican. This is America. And I think everyone agrees that China and other countries should pay their fair share. There's no reason why we have to pay $3 and they get to pay 30 cents. So all really good things happening. Trump making sure that, China's paying its fair share. China's been reaping the benefits, pocketing the money, bank for years and years and years. And it's high time that they put in their fair share. So that's the update there. Everyone asked about this, updates with the China shipping and international shipping, and there it is. I'll link the story down below from the New York Times. There's also, 1,000 other websites that have it. You can feel free to Google or search it out on Twitter. But read through the story, try to understand it. If you don't, leave it in the comments section. Try to explain it more. If you have questions, by all means, leave those in the comments as well. And if you have just general comments and thoughts, and you can keep it respectful. This is kind of a political topic, but it is directly affected to reselling, so that's why I'm posting it, and hopefully you guys like it. If you do, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel as always, and until next time, I'll see you then.